Good morning, madam. My name is Amizhdhan BALAKRISHNAN and I'm from DD33D. And today I will be explaining about the case study 2. And my teammate name is Dinesh Kumar KARTIGESU. So let's don't waste the time and hop on to the first question. Based on the statement above, answer the following question in the table form. List out 3 examples of multi-modal interaction devices that you're familiar with, which is smartphones, laptop, GPS. B. Put the picture of the device. Label the devices with the principle of universal design of interactive system involved in the device. First, I will go with smartphone. Okay, smartphone, it has low physical effort, which is the design can be used efficiently and comfortably and with a minimum of fatigue. Second, perceptible information. The design communicates necessary information effectively to the user regardless of the ambient conditions or the size and space for approach and use. Appropriate size and space is provided for approach, reach, manipulation and use regardless of user's body size, posture or mobility. Flexibility in use. The design accommodates a wide range of individual preferences and abilities. Tolerance for error. The design minimizes hazards and the adverse consequence of accidental or unintended. Next, simple and intuitive use. Use of the design is easy to understand regardless of the user's experience, knowledge, language skill or current concentration level. Second is laptop. Laptop have 4, which is low physical effort, tolerance for error, flexibility in use, perceptible information. Okay, first we will go with low physical effort. The design can be used efficiently and comfortably and with a minimum of fatigue. Second, the design minimizes hazards and the adverse consequences of accidental or unintended. Third, flexibility in use. The design accommodates a wide range of individual preferences and abilities. Then we will go with perceptible information. The design communicates necessary information effectively information for the user regardless of ambition, condition or the user's sensory abilities. Third, GPS system, which has 4, simple and intuitive use, size and space for approach and use, perceptible information, flexibility in use. First we will go for it simple. Use of the design is easy to understand regardless of the user's experience, knowledge, language skill or current concentration level. Second, size. Appropriate size and space is provided for approach, reach, manipulation and use regardless of user's body size, posture or mobility. Third, the design communicates necessary information effectively to the user regardless of ambition, conditions or the user's sensory abilities. Fourth, the design accommodates a wide range of individual preferences and abilities. Okay, we'll go for the third question, which is give an explanation about the 3 identified device. Name of the devices, sense, use, alternative mode and extra. First, smartphone. A smartphone is a mobile phone that includes advanced functionality beyond making phone calls and sending text message. Most smartphones have the capability to display photo, play video, check and send email and surf the web. Modern smartphones such as the iPhone and Android-based phone can run third-party applications which provides limitless functionality. Sight sense to see the screen, touch sense to touch the screen to make any action and hearing sense to hear the sound from the smartphone, which is music and voice for example. Second, laptop. Laptop computers, also known as notebooks, are portable computers that can take you with you and use in different environments. They include a screen, keyboard, and trackpad and a trackball, which serve as the mouse. Because laptops are meant to be used on the go, they have a battery which allows them to operate without being plugged into a power outlet. Laptops are also include a power adapter that allows them to use power from an outlet and recharges the battery. Same as other device, sight sense to view the screen, touch screen, use the keyboard, and hearing sense to hear the sound from the speaker of the laptop, and other senses got nothing to do with this device. Third is GPS. The GPS, which is Global Positioning System, is a constellation of approximately 30 well-spaced satellites that orbit the Earth and make it possible for people with ground receivers to pinpoint their geographical location. The location accuracy is anywhere from 100 to 10 meters for most equipments. Accuracy can be pinpointed to within 1 meter with special military approved equipment. GPS equipment is widely used in science and has now become sufficiently low cost so that almost anyone own a GPS receiver. D. Identify the limitation of each device and state at least two improvements you can make to the device. Smartphone, slow and error prone typing. Typing on a touch keyboard is slow and error prone exercise, so make sure to keep your form field to be to an absolute minimum and pre-select clever default. Furthermore, you need to consider how you deal with errors in data. While you certainly need to deal with data in desktop design too, there will be even more errors in form filled out on touch devices due to touch keyboard and smaller screen size, with, for example, providing less context or an overview. Review pages may be good idea for longer forms if the users can edit the data after it's been submitted. Using optimized touch keyboard key. You may also consider autocomplete functionality, the use of geodata, inline validation, address validators, and other methods for suggesting and correcting user input as they are typed. Less context. The smaller screen on touch device result is reduced context. These tend to make it more difficult for the users to get an overview of the page, compare various options, and remember prior content. Consider a long form. As the user scroll down, the title of the form disappears along with previously entered data. Without this context, it gets significantly more difficult to interpret the meaning of the currently visible from field. It also makes it difficult to spot errors retrospectively. In this instance, a review or summary screen can help avoid erroneous data, while a header fixed to the top of the screen can help maintain context. Okay, second is laptops. Laptops generally have smaller screens and keyboards than desktops. Due to cost, docking stations are not provided. Laptops generally have smaller capacities than desktops of the same relative cost. This fluctuates based on available funding for the annual upgrade process. Smaller and slower hard drive, slower processor, less memory, which is RAM. Repair are more difficult and will require at least 48 turnaround time if the machine must be sent to a repair center. For example, temporary replacement laptops come with standard productivity software and cannot be reloaded with specific software for each employee. Employees who request a laptop recognize that this is an inherent risk. Laptops are harder or in some cases impossible to upgrade, which is memory and software and everything. Laptops are inherently more vulnerable to damage than theft. Laptops may require more technical skill to operate than desktop. And third is GPS system. GPS is used extensively for very precise timing. You can synchronize two or more points on the earth or in air or space. to extremely close tolerance, almost every cell site has one more GPS receiver. Also, since time and frequency are two forms of the same thing, the navigation signals may be used for a very precise frequency measurement. Okay. Question 2. As a worker of a hiking supplier company, you are required by your manager to make a proposal of a new product that involves the 7 principles of universal design of interactive system that can help forest ranger to track down the movement of hikers in the forest. In your proposal, you are required to include the following details, which is introduction of your product, the principles involved in your product, the sketch of your product, label your sketch, function of each item in your product, explanation on how to use your product, benefits of your product. Okay, so let me introduce you to my product that we are on to. On behalf of our group, we are going to introduce the GPS Tracker Smartwatch with all new unique features. It sounds old, but we have to break it to you. This ain't ordinary smartwatch that you are seeing, and it's a lot new level of smartwatch. Our GPS tracker watch is fully created for tracking, and we are add some more features for helping the hikers as well, and track their blood pressure as well. Hikers can also track their number of step by step tracker. Moreover, this watch is waterproof, so people no need to be worried about getting wet and worrying too much. The principle involved in our product is human physiology, heart rate and blood pressure, connected devices, sensors, connected services, which is weather service, time and date, environment, which is GPS and compass. So as you can see, this is the sketch of my product, our watch product, and this is the label of my sketch. As you can see, this is the magnet lock, this is the connectivity, this is the reset button if you would like to reset the time and everything. So you can see this is the outer space, this is the waterproof, so that water cannot enter in your watch when it's raining or you are diving and stuff. And this is the digital clock with date and time. This symbol here is the alarm or stopwatch, you can say. And this is the contact. This is the wristband, if you can see. And this is the settings if you would like to change your settings. This is the level of battery you have, the location, Bluetooth and all. Let's go for the function of each item in your product. GPS chip. A tiny GPS chip is embedded inside the watch. This chip provides those with access to find out real-time position. The GPS signal doesn't need an active data connection to function. Rubberized buttons. This is to make sure that water doesn't get into the watch, thus making it waterproof. Blood pressure, heart rate sensor. The function of this is situated at the bottom of the watch where the wearer's wrist is. It is provided the wearer real-time information about the heartbeat and also blood pressure. Digital clock, time and day. This is provide the user's date and time to be updated. So this is the explanation. Basically, to use everything on this watch, it is all within the push of a single button. For instance, to check on our heart rate, all we need to do is long press the top right button for 2 seconds and the sensor will start working. Within a few seconds, you will get your heart rate reading. To use the GPS function, you could just simply press the bottom right button and a loading screen will show up on the screen, asking if you like to share the location to your phone. All you have to do is click on the yes button and you are good to go, baby. To open up the compass, which is built into the GPS function, all you need to do is click on the bottom left of the button and the compass screen will show up on your screen. Click on the button once more again to close up the compass. As simple as that. And this is the benefit of our product. This watch is focused on those who like to do rugged activities such as hiking and jungling, trekking and so on. This is why the product comes built with various tech specifications which don't exist on a regular watch. First of all, the GPS chip in this watch will greatly benefit for those young adventurers who seek thrill in venturing into the wild, especially to the new places. In case they get lost in a jungle, they could easily share their location to the nearest tour guide or family to come help them out. The way this works is that the GPS chip calculates the coordinates of the wearer's location and send it to the wearer's phone. By doing so, the wearer could easily just share it whoever he wants to. Not only wearer's watch, but the watch can be set in a way to send location directly to another specification person too, in case the wearer phone has run out of battery or so on. Next, this watch comes equipped with heart rate sensors to make sure that the wearer could always check on his vital and stay confident that he is healthy to continue his or her activities. Another notable plus point of this watch is that it is built to withstand water and dust. This means that the watch is able to be used in toughest nature conditions such as waterfall,